today it's really a sad day for Hmong around the world. And before I ask you a few questions, I'd like you to tell the audience who's watching right now, given the relationship that you know General Vang Pao, and how is that make you feel?
Well, first of all, I haven't had time to mourn. My heart's breaking because he was a great friend, he was a great man, he was a statesman, and he was a general. He was a great leader. It's very sad to watch what's going on. It still hasn't hit me because I saw him every day until he passed away from the day he went in the hospital. Right now I'm deeply concerned because we were turned down by the Arlington, by the Army, to be buried in Arlington for reasons that don't make sense. He said that it would take up the space of a veteran. I'm a veteran. I told him I would give him my space. He could have my space. He needs to be where the future Hmong, the young Hmong, would have somewhere to go to see a hero, to see a statue, to see him buried with all the other heroes. They have actors, actresses, they have French, they have English military, they have pilots from the world, they have a German POW, an Italian POW, all these friends of presidents buried there. And why can't this incredible military leader who fought this war with the brave Hmong warriors for 15 years in the damn war, why can't he be given the honors to be buried there? So what we're going to do is I'm asking every single Hmong to call his neighbors, to call his friends, to call the White House today, because tomorrow Senator from Arizona is meeting with the Vice President, and if the President's phone lines are tied up with all the people saying, why don't you bury my general? Help us bury this great leader. There's people buried there that weren't even in the military, and he was in the military, and he deserves to be there. He fought, and thousands of Hmong warriors died, saving American lives. Remind them that. Remind people of that. Don't be shy. This was a great leader, and you've got Charlie's got his number.
Okay, let me turn that into Hmong. To the other Charlie, a few words in very specific into the rejection of the general being buried at Arlington Cemetery in Washington D.C. Dr. Chu có giờ mấy feeling đi có gì cũng nhớ gì là thân là bốn bỏ rồi nó specifically hay cho khó lấy chỉ cả nó thân là bốn bỏ cho nên lúc chế mua rượu chia về Arlington Cemetery có ô gì này có họ mua cái giá thế cái bỏ rong rong đi cả hay cho con được thế hay cho con được nó cố
member nhớ hồi lúc Central Committee đến nên bảo luôn tiền thế bị trồng mông tàn cho nhớ thông thì nhớ hồi personal là nhớ biết chờ mấy cả biết tôi họ nói giờ inu từ cầu chia tụ tin năng biết nhưng bà thế chia thì lúc tới chờ mấy cả nó do honor cái món này bảo lúc chỉ cho một sự đó bị inu sư từ chia biết nó thì về Arlington lúc mua về là thần đạo là bây giờ giờ và phiêu mù họ chờ nên sẽ đợi trồng mông sẽ đợi bây giờ ok nên bỏ chia thì bây giờ bây tuần thao sư thì giờ tụt thao cho ý tụt dùng thao cho ý tụt dùng thao tụt trò nhớ tới giờ là trò giờ thì lấy chỉ on ở đó bây cô chia bây nhau bây tịt tới chừng lo sau tôi tháp bây sau tôi còn nên bỏ cho bây giờ chỉ chia tụt tha nó cho mộtตัวtả America một ba America cho pilot phong tả nó bâyตัวlà bây giờ chỉ chia cho tình hình nhau tọt cá là từ toàn nhiệt tình tôi cho thì nó sẽ mất cho một cơ nhà có cho thằng này có bỏ tài chỉ nên là tỏ luôn nhà có cơ Obama administration nên ở chủ tao bỏ thì mong nó một tiền chỉ cho America giờ lên nó biết tổng mong do chủ ok biết do chủ phải nó một trò cọt nuôi lại một này bỏ lúc chế cho một trò tí họ này biết lúc chẳng mua thế thọ cần sẽ được cộng tiền nó biết ok.
Dr. Charlie, my other question to you is, General Vang Pao is one of many leaders in the world that cooperate or agree to help the United States of America fight against their enemy, their interests around the world. If the United States government rejected the general on his last day on earth, what is going to happen to the other airlines around the world? What do you think?
Yeah, let me tell you, it was not the government. It was a group of idiots, absolute mindless idiots that pressed the wrong button. It was done electronically by a committee. This committee does not represent us. He doesn't represent me. They represent themselves and some damn policy. But we can overcome that. It is not the government, nor is it the people rejecting. The people want, the veterans want. The Vietnam veterans even came out and said for it. I'm with the American Legion. Let me tell you, there was a group of misinformed idiots that made that decision. The Secretary of Army should apologize immediately to the Hmong people. How dare he? He said, well, I'll go along with the vote. Sure, he doesn't have a brain of his own if he did that. I don't care who he is. The Hmongs served this country. They died for this country. They spilled blood for this country. They lost everything they had. They lost their homes. They lost their property. They went to they came here to a foreign country where they had to learn a new language. Thank God they're here. You're an incredible addition to us. But we don't ever think it's the government. It's the individuals, the bureaucrats that work in the government. Individuals like you and I, not the government, not the people speaking. We love you. We're not. I guarantee you, you are respected and cared for and wanted here, and the youth should honor the veterans. And we want him buried there so that the youth, for centuries to come, will look back and say, look, here was a Hmong hero. He's buried here with the other heroes, the George Washington, the other heroes.
Dr. Charlie, it's one more question I'd like to ask you about the burial at Arlington Cemetery. That if the United States government or sub-board or board committee rejected his burial over at the Arlington Cemetery, we as Hmong people that we have talked to, as a reporter, I believe that will be a big mistake. What do you think?
I think it's a big mistake not burying him there. It's a horrible mistake. I offered him my grave. I offered him as a combat veteran from Korea. I offered, and they wouldn't answer me because I'm not dead yet. I have to die first. But we must ask them for reason. We must have them. The Hmong people cannot be silent. The Hmong people in unity and in the strength. There's power. There's numbers. And politicians pay attention to numbers. If all of you call, let the president know hundreds and thousands of phone calls and emails and faxes and calls to your congressman. Don't worry about the congressman. They may not call the president. They maybe not have the gonads to call the president, but you call them. Our Hmong people, power and numbers. You've got the number.
And I let Dr. Chu read this number on behalf of the committee in General Vang Pao Memorial. So, Dr. Chu.
Hai tôi tổng mong sẽ được bây chủ phải có một cho họ bây sẽ được vote Obama vote America tại sao cho Arlington committee đó chỉ cho chạy là bây giờ chủ qua cả Trung Quốc thảo luận cho chạy thoát tổng cái tin này mong sẽ được thông tích hợp thế thông thế tế hữu cho bề White House tụi nó bây giờ xuân lo chi cho cầu ý อ้อส่วนอ้อเปล่าชีโจเก้าอี้อีตูยันจีนะอ้อส่วนอ้อเปล่าชีโจหนึ่งก็เปล่าโจเก้าอี้ตูน่าจะตูแฟกเนาะอ้อส่วนอ้อเปล่าชีโจอ้อเปล่าเก้าอี้แล้วอย่าไว้เฮา.com whitehouse.gov ตัวน้อยเป็นสาธารณสุขกองเตยอย่าจีวอลินาเป็นจงมองนี่จีมองลูกส่วนลุงเบตันเตอย่าในพวกมาพอมุดต่อมุญญาตัวเป๋เกณฑ์ในเสด็จเป๋เสด็จจามีตู้มีหยดตะก้าลูกกองลุงเบเตยจงเสด็จเกณฑ์เดี๋ยวลูกเซ็นทรัลคอมมิตี้ที่จงมองเสด็จยอดจากตัวเขาเนาะพอในเสด็จกองเตยอินจีเป็นมองนะเป็นจ้าหน้าจืดที่จะเสด็จจะรอให้ลูกเนี่ยติดน้ำสีเนี่ยเรื่องมาชาติซ้อนจีเจนจนดีอย่าเลยจีมัวไปยืนเดินข้างบนก็จนกู้จอเวทรันมูปื้เป็ดเชดเดอร์กับอีลีตัวออลีเปลีจอแอดฮอกคอมมิตี้ที่จงมองเสด็จยอดสุดโซลุลาเป็นสากลในเสด็จโอตีอย่าเลยเด็ดตัวนัมเบอร์นั้นเนี่ยหูตัวเป็ดตัวที่เอาส่วนเอาเปล่าชีโจเก้าอี้เอาส่วนเอาเปล่าชีโจเก้าอี้เนี่ย我讲到
Yeah, one last thing. Always remember, and every single Hmong must know this, if you all stick together, if you're all together, there's power. There's unity, there's power. That is how organizations, that's how my veterans in the U.S. get what we need, because we're all together. If you stay together, you can have anything you want. You can achieve anything, because you deserve it. You are Americans now. But this is the disgrace, what whoever pressed those buttons did. I'd like to meet him someday. They'd be lucky if I don't punch him in the nose. But serious, you can accomplish what you want if you all stay together and in power. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Charlie and Dr. Charlie.
Thank you.
我从到了的，都是有点摸了呢。
我做到我哋頭做到嘅頭來呢，嚟本你เพราะว่าปอที่ก่อตัวมั่งจะหมดเกินเป็นต่อสู้จนกว่าจะถอนเกินรัฐบาลเดียโอ้ท้อสีจะเลยได้โอโยเกเลยมั่งจอมูเพราะนั้นรัฐบาลอเมริกายกจุดต่อท้อสีเป็นมั่งท้อสีในเพราะว่าปอจีตาเขาเราต่อจอนู้นสุดท้ายแล้วเลยมาเดียโอ้จะมา放到北去到，然后要就在จะมา放到北，那เพราะว่าพอ有ตัวมั่วเส้นจีชับเราตัวได้จากอเมริกาเขาหน้ากูพาก่อนในเสด็จกงเตอินจีเนี่ยมั่วได้จีนชาติจีเจนเดี๋ยวจะกงตรงที่นี่จานะ
Thank you, Dr. Charlie, and thank